In the gaming industry's challenge of a generation to create a battle royale game out of every IP, we have a new one. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt. That in-depth RPG about vampires is now a battle royale. Is the game just another cash grab on the money train that is BRs? Or is it an actual attempt to create something fun? Let's check it out. The theme of the game is set in the universe of Vampire the Masquerade, which itself has had many forms of media within the universe with card games and video games. The game is free to play and available on PC and PS5, so not much in terms of range for player base. The game does feature cross-play, so console players can struggle against PC players, or PC players can complain about aim assist. The general gameplay of Bloodhunt is very fast, smooth and fluid, with hints of jank that I hope they fix. The game has an auto sprint, though sometimes for me it struggles and you just start jittering around and it can completely ruin the flow of movement or just get you killed. We now also have the standard slide move, which paired with the jank auto sprint sometimes just makes you teabag the ground when you want to slide out of danger or get some more oomph out of your jump. Again, this only happens sometimes, so in the general gameplay, movement is incredibly smooth and fast. The jittery movement doesn't happen that often. Also, aiming while you're jumping around gives you a faint little float so you can line up your shots better. The game is a third-person shooter, so over-the-shoulder style shooting is what you have, and it's pretty solid. Shooting with all the various weapons feels responsive and effective, while on console can sometimes be very difficult with the fast movement. Weapons in the game include quite an odd selection: AKs, SCARs, Tommy guns, swords, Lewis guns, snipers and shotguns. A unique set of weapons to be sure. The melee selection is turning out to be a favourite among the players. The katana lets you deflect bullets, while the dual sword lets you do a little dash. Overall, the weapon variety is good, without going mad adding loads of guns. The guns come in rarities as to be expected, but don't differ much outside of damage. No extra gadgets or attachments are put on the weapons. Outside of the weapons, you have abilities. Each class within the game has different abilities. For example, the Brute of the Bruiser clan can shoot force push attacks that blocks bullets while also hurting enemies and pushing them back. They can also perform a very big jump. All the classes in the game come with two abilities. The Nosferatu can go invisible, and the Toreador can use a teleport jump, just to name a few. I apologise for butchering these names. During a game you can upgrade the class abilities, for example their jump or their force push attack. While the upgraded version of the abilities doesn't increase damage, it does reduce the cooldown. The only damage increase upgrade there is for the melee. Upgrading is done by being a vampire, using your supervision to track down specific humans that you need to munch on. You can only do this 3 times, so you can't skulk around and just max rank all the abilities, but you can pick and choose what you want to put the most power into. These NPCs can be very janky at times, as in clipping into the environment, meaning you can't actually use them. Also, if you get caught munching on another NPC by another NPC, you'll be marked for a blood hunt, which basically just highlights you for every player on the map, and good luck surviving that. NPCs also just stand completely still and never move, so they're definitely just a means to an end. It's not like you're hunting them down, rather visiting a vending machine that screams. Classes themselves can be leveled up, unlocking further perks to make them more useful. Some will gain the ability to start with extra upgrade points, others will gain different starting weapons. Looting in matches is similar to other battle royales. Loot is spread throughout the map in various ways. Specific vans will contain certain items. For example, police vans will contain body armor, while ambulances will contain blood bags, your healing items. There are also shops that contain specific items depending on where you go. Gun shops, med shops, and melee shops are where you want to go if you want fast and upgraded weapons, but they will be contested. There are also areas around the map which include an enemy called the Entity, which are just NPC soldiers that fight you. And these guys do not mess around. If you're not careful, they can very well be the end of you. Death also works in a different way here compared to other battle royales, mostly in solo. When you start you'll have an extra life, and you can also be put into a down state in solo for a chance to regenerate and come back with no lives lost, but at very low health if the enemy did not finish you off. Starting with an extra life gives you the ability to re-enter the game once you've been killed, and your next death will be your last, unless you feed on an NPC who will give you an extra life. When you're on your way back from the ghostly realm, you'll have a ghostly form, which an enemy player can faintly see but not interact with. In trios and duos, it works similar to other games. You find a spot where you can bring your friends back in. It's a nice system, and it seems Battle Royale games have realised that the one life system is not as fun as it first may have seemed. Players like the ability to try again. Maybe one day we can add a mode where you can just keep coming back. That could be the next big thing. We could call it Deathmatch Royale. The game at the moment has one map, Prague I believe the setting is, and it's fun enough. City setting with a few points of interest like construction sites, nightclubs, burning down areas, and a lot of churches, though sometimes you will spend most of your time on top of rooftops. The game graphically looks very nice, nothing amazing, but nice enough. The PlayStation 5 version has a fidelity setting and a performance mode. I recommend the performance mode. The characters in the game also look very nice. Outfits and other cosmetics don't look bad at all. Speaking of cosmetics, Bloodhunt is filled with the regulars, rotating shop and a battle pass. The battle pass progression is relatively quick. XP is gained throughout any actions in a game, damage dealt, kills, challenges complete, and how many people you munched on while they were down. The cosmetics in the game look great, very within the theme, all suave vampire items. No pink dinosaurs or bananas, yet. Pricing is also very normal, unfortunately it is the normal. Most skins will run you about £16, as there is no small bundle of points, so if something is say 1,300, you have to buy the 2 packs of 1,000, which again will run you about £16. So overall, Vampire Bloodhunt is a very surprising game for me. Downloaded it thinking it wouldn't remotely be worth talking about, and it's quickly turned into one of my favourite battle royales to hop into. Good looking cosmetics, with a little jank that I hope and believe they will fix. Though as normal, the future of this game is uncertain in my opinion. They just need to keep updates coming, with fresh content, meaning actual content, guns, maps, map evolutions or events, not cosmetics. Cosmetics are not real content. So if you're interested in giving it a go, I do highly recommend at least having a peek and giving it a go for a few matches. It's free, so what do you have to lose, apart from time? Anyway, thank you for watching and I will see you next time.